Dani is first tonight.
Oh. I once thought a slug was trying to send me a message.
Please, team.
Hang on.
Like a snail, a slug, a snail.
Like a homeless snail.
Snail without a shell.
What do you call them in South Africa? They're like so big.
A shellless snail.
A shellless snail?
Yeah.
Are you winding me up? Because if I go to South Africa and say that, if I go, hey, look, there's one of those shellless snails, they go, I think it's called a slug.
What was the message?
So, I just thought slugs were like a bad aura. I come home one night and there was just a slug in the middle of my living room and I didn't know how he got there.
Is it carpeted, your living room?
Yeah, it's carpeted, but I've never seen a slug before in my house. And I come home after a few hours and he was just sitting in the middle of the living room.
But why did you think he was trying to keep...
When you say sitting...
Honestly, he was looking at me.
What was the message he was trying to give you?
The message?
You said he was trying to give you a message?
Yeah, because I sort of Googled it.
Right.
What does it say?
And what did it say?
And it just said, well, certain things said, you know, it's like a bad aura.
The slug had a Google page.
No. There's a lot of things on Google.
Oh, you don't have to tell me.
Yeah.
I've had Google all printed out and I'm working my way through it.
When you say it was a bad aura, do you mean aura or do you mean omen?
Well, bad omen.
Omen 3 was a bad omen, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But 1 and 2 were pretty good.
What did you... Because, like, if you just Googled slugs...
Yeah.
It's not going to come up there, bad omen. So what did you Google?
I literally typed in, slug in my living room, what does it mean?
As opposed to the other one, there's a rat in my kitchen, what am I going to do?
Listen, I was on my own, I was scared, I didn't know what to do.
Right.
Yeah.
And you thought, you didn't want to run, because he might chase you.
Why was that your first question, though? Because,
It is an unusual question, yeah.
You didn't know what to do. Yeah, there's a slug in my living room, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But your first thought is, what does this mean?
Yeah, what does this mean?
You know, you mentioned, Dani, earlier, you said, I think I'm right in saying, you said the slug was looking you in the eye.
Yeah. Yeah. As I walked through the little hallway,
Yes.
he was directly opposite me.
Hang on. Do slugs have eyes?
No, that's that as well.
They do have that.
Yeah.
They're the eyes, aren't they? So those bits were looking at you.
Yeah.
How do you know that? I mean, did they literally, were they doing that and you walked in and they went...
Good evening.
Do you have any other superstitions other than the slug?
Anything like walking under a ladder, walking over 3 drains. I won't do
3
that.
drains?
You know, the 3 drains?
Yeah.
I heard that one. 3 drains.
Well, apparently, like, if you walk over 3 drains, someone's meant to touch you and you're meant to spit, but that's minging.
What?
How long are you allowed... I mean, at some point, if you walk over 1 drain and then another drain,
Yeah.
when does it reset?
3 drains in a row.
3 in a row, so it's just got to be drain, drain, drain.
Yeah,
If
so it's a drain,
drain, cup of tea,
No,
drain,
no,
you're
no.
back to...
You're fine.
Oh, great.
All right. Well, I mean, it's serious stuff.
Yeah. Was it raining and you had a window open?
No.
So how did it get in?
It was on a
I
carpet.
don't know how we got in, that's what I mean. What does it mean?
OK, let's not go round again. Is she telling the truth?
No.
Do you think it could be true?
Yeah, but don't listen to me. But I think it...
I think it's true,
I think it's true.
I'm saying true.
I genuinely don't care if it's true or a lie. She's won me over and I wonder what did it mean?
So, Lee, what are you going to say?
Go on, I'll go with my team and say it's true.
Say it's true. OK. Dani, the slug in the living room, was it the truth or was it a lie?
It was the truth.
Yes, it's true. Dani did think a slug was trying to send her a message. James, you're next.
I once had to break into my own flat halfway through a haircut.
David.
Oh, interesting. So, tell us the scenario.
I was having a haircut
Where were you having a haircut?
on the doorstep of my flat.
Now, that's an unusual location to have a haircut.
You know why? Because he didn't want to clean the hair that was on the floor in the flat, so it's outside, so just to push it.
Yeah, I can understand why you might
The
have...
more work you can do for me, Fred, the more... thank you very much. Yes, that's why.
Why weren't you in a hairdresser's or barber shop?
Do you want to take this one, Fred? Appreciate that. Didn't have much money at the time, and my flatmate was pretty sure that she could cut my hair. She was pretty confident.
But why outside?
Because if you do it inside, you've got to sweep up all the hair. It's too messy. We thought if we did it outside, we wouldn't have to do that.
But was there a plug?
Huh?
Was there a plug outside? Was it clippers, scissors?
Oh, it was just scissors. That's all we had.
So it was
scissors.
an acoustic, as it were.
Yeah, it was an acoustic haircut,
Yeah.
unplugged session. And,
What was the haircut?
well, it was meant to be something close to this, but as it got interrupted halfway through, so it ended up that it was short at the front, short at the back, and kind of like that at the side, like quite long. Like someone took a mullet and went like that.
Yeah.
So she wasn't trained as a hairdresser,
In no way, shape, or form.
and you did not mind that she was going to cut your hair?
It was an adventure.
Were you high?
Was I?
High?
No, we were on the bottom of the flat. We were.
I love that.
Thank you, Lee. Thank you very much.
They don't respect this kind of stuff, but I love that.
Now, you said that you were interrupted. What was the interruption?
Oh, well, we realised that we'd locked ourselves out the flat because a cat wanted to get in the front door. Asked each other, you got your keys? Neither of us had brought our keys out.
Was it your cat?
No, it wasn't our cat. It was just a cat wanted to get in the door, and we weren't going to be like, who you visiting?
So this is not the door to your flat. This is the door to the block of flats.
Yeah, we were outside, like outside.
So which floor did you live in?
I think we're on the third floor.
So how did you get up there?
We asked some builders for a ladder. I asked them first, and they said no. And then my friend asked them, and they said yes. And at the time, I was all like, I was a bit stupid. And I was like, oh, they're just letting you because you're a girl. And then she pointed out, you've got half a haircut and no shoes on.
Did you consider, when you noticed you'd been locked out,
Yes.
did you consider finishing the haircut before trying to get back in?
I had to be in central London quite soon for a gig. And my wallet and everything was in the flat. I wouldn't be able to travel there. So I needed to act now. I couldn't finish the haircut. Luckily, I'm a comic and I'm allowed to look silly.
All right, what are you thinking?
I don't think so. Why would you get somebody to cut your hair with scissors? I mean, if it was clippers and you had a haircut like me, I'd understand, but with scissors...
I mean, it's got to be a lie.
My team think it's a lie. I can see why they think it's a lie.
You're
And
happy
so
to go with
we're
lie?
happy to go with lie.
OK. James, were you telling the truth, or was it a lie?
I was telling the truth.
It's true. James did break into his own flat halfway through a haircut, and we have a picture of the haircut.
Oh, my God.
Dion, you're next.
Right. I once sneezed so hard in my car, I set off the airbag.
Please, Steve.
Wow. That is a big sneeze. Where were you?
I was in my car.
Whereabouts was the car in the country?
I was on a motorway.
Oh, you were travelling. At what
Yes.
speed?
Yes. About 65, 70.
Are you saying that you sneezed and the airbag went off, or are you saying you sneezed, crashed the car, and the airbag went off?
I sneezed, airbag went off, and because I was on the inside lane, I just pulled over.
The sheer force of the air from your nostrils and mouth. This can't have happened since your birth on the planet Krypton.
Did you contact the manufacturers? Can you tell us which kind of car it is?
It was an Audi A7.
Was it?
Yes.
Are you sure it wasn't an Audi do that, because it doesn't sound feasible?
Take us back to the beginning, Dion.
Yes.
Where were you travelling to?
I was on the M6 going from Warwickshire to Manchester.
What did you have to do?
For work, yes.
And what is it that you do?
I talk a little bit on the TV.
So you're some punditry.
I was going to do final score of Match of the Day or Football Focus.
So, Dean, you didn't cover your face when you sneezed?
No, 'cause
so that's a naughty boy, isn't it?
Not as naughty as driving without using your hands.
Yes.
See, I'm very polite.
And would you say that, as a rule, you are a loud, violent sneezer? Because some are. Some give a little...
I didn't... Yes.
And some go... Gah!
There's one thing worse than both of those, and that is the people that threaten to do a big one, and it's a little one. You know, the ones that go... I can't stand those. They do my head in. What's the build-up for, then?
Where do you fall? Which of those camps are you in?
I'm quite a loud, violent sneezer.
You are,
Which I didn't think I was until I nearly killed myself.
Did you make it to work?
In another car, yes.
Who picked you up?
The dealership. I just rang the dealership straight away.
You rang the dealership?
You don't ring the dealership when you've had an accident.
Because I was on the M6, I was close to where the dealership was, and I thought that would be easier for them to come out and deal with my... I'd get a new car as well. They gave me a new car.
So the dealership...
This is the focus of disbelief, isn't it? You rang the dealership?
The dealership I got the car from was in Warwickshire.
Right.
So I called them. I know the guy that owns the
just set off?
dealership. I know the guy that owns the dealership.
What's his name?
Send someone out. Lee.
Lee... Oh! Is that right? Is his surname Mack? What's his surname?
Do you know him?
What's Lee's surname?
Beacon.
Oh, is that why you could see him from so far away? Did Lee personally come and pick you up?
No, he sent one of his staff.
What was his name? Was it Debbie?
Bob.
Bob. What was Bob's surname? Light bulb.
Is this true? What are you thinking, Bob?
Well, I'm thinking that big lad like Dion, maybe it could do it.
Debbie?
I just think if it was true, it would have happened to a lot more people, and we can't do that sort of research.
That's the trouble. The scope for research before answering the question is very limited. I always think if we could go away for a couple of weeks, really work on the questions, then we get a lot more right. But...
So, what's it going to be?
I'm going to go with Debbie and say it's not true.
OK. Dion, truth or lie?
It's... a lie.
Yes, it was a lie all along. Dion didn't set off the airbag in his car with a sneeze. Jennifer, you're next.
I once broke into a convent and stole food from some nuns.
Please do.
When did this happen?
When I was hungry. Quite hungry. Which was when I was young and didn't have any money.
How young?
Not 18, 19.
Was it just you, or was there anyone else involved?
A friend helped me.
And what did you steal?
I stole vegetables.
Vegetables?
Stole
When was it?
vegetables?
Is it the 19th century?
Well, because that's nuns. Nuns grow things in gardens.
Well, they do on TV, but in real life they go to Asda.
All nuns grow vegetables.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No.
I can't imagine a nun not growing vegetables.
Yeah. If you can name a nun who doesn't grow vegetables, then go ahead.
Trevor Nunn.
What I did was, while she distracted them at the door, I snuck round into their garden, which they do have, it's not just on TV, and stole vegetables.
Dug them up?
No, you don't dig up all vegetables. There are some hanging.
Like what?
Beans.
You're milking a cow now. Is there a cow there as well? Don't worry, we'll get some milk while we're at it. So you lived near this nunnery?
No, we had to drive there.
Why, if you were poor, did you have a car?
She had a car.
Right, so...
How did you get 2 syllables out of poor? You almost got more syllables than there are letters.
How far was the car journey, Jennifer?
About 40 minutes, I suppose.
You drove for 40 minutes? That's doing a heist.
It was a heist.
It would have cost you more in petrol to just go and buy potatoes and tomatoes.
Not in 1980, no. Petrol was quite cheap.
What do you think? Does this sound as though it could be true?
No way.
So, Steph, you think it's a lie. Joe,
Yeah.
which way?
Yeah, I think it's a lie.
I think it's true.
No.
Just the one syllable.
What, that you...
I was waiting for the rest of it.
So what's it going to be?
I have to go with the majority, even though I feel it's true.
OK, they say it's a lie. Jennifer, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
I was telling the truth.
Les, you're next.
Right. After an incident in a hotel room, the crew of Celebs Go Fishing wrongly believed I was having a breakdown.
David's team.
I mean, it might be the truest thing I've ever heard, Les. Who were you on with, Les?
There was, let me see, Ian Botham, Fern Britton, Linford Christie, and lovely Shane Lynch from Boyzone.
So you're doing this fishing show,
doing
and
this
what
show.
happens?
And one day I had to go back to my hotel room because the next job I was doing was a TV drama. So I had to go and do a Zoom read-through.
It's a tribute to your versatility, I must say, that on the one hand...
I thought you were going to say, a man of his age could use Zoom.
It's a tribute.
It's a tribute to... As a man like you can even turn a computer on.
So I went back to the hotel room and I set Zoom
What sort of
up.
hotel, Les? Mid-range, budget?
No, a really lovely individual boutique.
Lovely.
We were in Scotland.
So, and they got it right?
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
some hotels, they get it wrong.
Really, really lovely.
Rob, are you doing an interview for a website? I'm getting some colour. I'm getting some background.
So the runner took me from the fishing in my waders back
Linford Christie took you... That's above and beyond. It really is.
So the lovely runner took me back to the hotel, and I had said that I would be ready to go back in about an hour.
Right.
So somebody was going to come and pick me up to take me back fishing. So I'm on this video call, and I've done very well because I'm on quite early. And you know that thing when you...
I think you said, I've done very well because I've been working since the late 70s. It's a really top-of-the-range laptop, actually, because I've done very well.
So I'm on this video conference call,
Right.
and it gets about halfway in, and I've got my big scene with an actor who's playing a bully. And I think it's the production manager that knocked on the door ready to get me back. But I was right in the zone thinking, no, I'm just going to ignore and I'm going to carry on with this scene. So she heard me go, Shaun, you've been like this since we were kids, ever since that time with the lads in the garage. And I'm not putting up for it. You're a bully. You're an absolute bully, and you're nothing but a coward.
Can I just say... I'll tell you what, all I can say is thank God it was a straight offer and not an audition.
So you're shouting and
I'm
screeching,
shouting,
yeah.
And she's thinking, oh, my God, Les Dennis is having a breakdown.
Oh.
And so she goes downstairs to call the producer. I find out later, and she calls and says, I think Les is having a bit of trouble because he's wandering around his room shouting to this bloke called Shaun, and there's clearly nobody there. It's just him ranting on his own.
And the producer's going, oh, not again.
What are you thinking, Lou?
I think it's truth.
You don't just think it's true, you think it's truth.
I think it's true. But then again, I'm not really sure.
What do you think?
I believe anything Les says.
Well, that could be a weakness in our position playing this game tonight. David, you are captain of the team. What are you going to say? They think it's true.
I think it's true as well. And if it's not true, I can only hope that you will be offered a drama like that if you haven't already been, because that was a great audition for it. So.
Les, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
I would like to say that I was telling the truth.
Oh.
Yes, it's true. The crew of Celebs Go Fishing did believe Les was having a breakdown. Shaun, you're next.
Thank you very much. I once stole the shirt off a scarecrow in order to get into a nightclub.
Leasty.
Wow. OK. Was you not wearing anything before you went to the nightclub?
Me?
Yeah.
T-shirt, you see.
OK.
Oh, and they wouldn't let you in?
Yeah, but well, it is, you know, it's all a bit more relaxed these days because the dress code isn't what it was back in the day.
What was the day? What year?
Back in the day, or when this happened?
Well...
It was early 2000s.
Right, so early 2000s, you've gone to a nightclub. Where was this nightclub?
In Rochester.
Rochester is a town, right? And that's why it's got a nightclub in it. And scarecrows don't really tend to be used in towns
What
because
a
they're
very
out
good
in massive fields.
Thank you, Miss Martin.
So when did you find out you needed a shirt to get in the club? Did you go to the club
When the bouncer said, you ain't coming in.
Right, and then you walked back to the scarecrow to get the shirt?
I walked back to the allotment.
This is very high-level play.
This is like chess, isn't it, between Shaun and Joe?
Take that, Moriarty.
Do you live in Rochester?
No.
So how did you know there was an allotment in Rochester near the nightclub?
I lived near it then.
Oh, I see.
It's like fencing, isn't it?
But then again, if you lived in Rochester, why didn't you just go home and get a shirt?
Oh, this gets better and better. Checkmate.
No. I was born in Chatham, but brought up in Maidstone. But my uncle lived in Rochester, and it was one of the allotments on his patch, so I knew where the allotments were. Apropos to the nightclub.
Miss Brown, back to you.
Can I ask, earlier you said you had a T-shirt and trainers and jeans on.
Yes.
And you thought it was a relaxed club, but then you went to the club and they said you need a shirt, but you're not allowed in a club with trainers on.
OK. The bouncer was a
Can I just say, Shaun, you're the kind of person that every time you speak, you always sound like you're going to start it with, I'd like to change my story.
But is that the impression I'm just giving you?
For the sake of the tape, the accused has walked into the room.
The bouncer was a massive fan of EastEnders and was quite embarrassed at turning me away. So I think when he saw the effort I'd made... Because I was already 8 pints to the wind, so when he saw the effort I'd made, I think he just couldn't bear turning me away again.
OK. What do you think, Joe? Could this be true?
I think he'd have had a better time if he'd popped down the graveyard. I think there's a lot of anomalies in it.
This is what I think. A man who knows exactly where an allotment is because he knows the town so well knows you can't get into the nightclub without collars. And for that reason, Shaun, we find you guilty.
So what's he saying, Lee? You think it's a lie, don't you?
Lie.
I think it's a lie.
You think it's a lie? You all think it's a lie?
We all think it's a lie.
Shaun, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
OK, Martin, you're next.
Thank you. Once, after misreading a sign, it took me 2 hours to get out of a supermarket car park.
Lee's team.
Oh. Which supermarket?
It was Tesco, as it happens.
Sainsbury's, Waitrose.
Wow, you really were lost.
So talk us through what happened.
I actually got the van stuck in the entrance to the car park. Yeah.
So you weren't lost.
I wasn't lost. It was stuck.
Wedged. So you took a wrong turning and then you got it wedged into the ceiling.
Wasn't a wrong turning.
He said he misread a sign.
I misread a sign.
What did the sign say?
The sign said maximum height 6 foot.
Right.
And because the sign wasn't at 6 foot high, the sign was like 12 foot, and even though it said maximum height 6 foot, I just saw it and thought, oh, that must be the maximum height. And so I drove the van in, and it's just getting stuck and more stuck.
So you're wedged. Wedged. What happens?
So the first idea I had was to deflate the tyres. Didn't work.
But there's actually a Winnie the Pooh story about this. I know what Winnie the Pooh did, but I'm not sure it would work on a van.
How did you get yourself out of there?
So went into the supermarket. And
just got loads of butter and
baked beans.
Baked beans.
No, you. I got them to get a forklift truck and bring out loads of crates of baked beans.
Yeah. And fart it out.
Put that in the back of the van, got loads of the guys who work there as well to stand in the back of the van to weight it down and reversed it out.
This might end up on the theory test. How many baked beans does it take to reverse?
Here's a question. Did it have a ticket barrier?
No.
End of questions.
OK, what are you going to say, Lee? Is he telling the truth or is he lying?
Anna?
I think Martin was doing a very sophisticated bluff, so I'm going to say true.
I don't believe you.
You think it's a lie?
I think it's a lie.
All right, we'll go with that.
Lie.
Lee, truth and lie.
I'll say true.
You're going to say you think it's true?
I think it's true.
Martin, was it true or was it a lie?
It's true.
Emma, you're next.
I'm next, OK. OK, when the Spice Girls stayed in hotels, we played a special game to test who was the bravest.
What was the game?
We used to dare each other to do certain things.
What was the scariest thing you were ever dared to do?
Sing live?
Rob, you've got to watch that, because a lot of people think you're nice.
That's why you get the boat advert and me and him don't, because you're the nicest
one.
Yeah.
But it's all a
Not
facade, because
anymore.
me and David know,
Not
actually,
anymore.
you are evil.
Yeah.
And now...
Welcome aboard. So, Emma, what sort of things did you do?
So the main one was, and it involved nudity.
Right.
So we used to stay in hotels a lot, obviously, while we were touring.
Yeah.
And we used to dare each other to go, like, run in the hallways, and we had to do that naked.
Naked?
Yeah. We were allowed sometimes to carry a
Clothes.
flannel.
A flannel?
Yeah.
What were you worried was going to happen?
You could cover. You had to choose a part, obviously, to cover.
Victoria could use that as a dressing gown.
So if someone saw you, you could decide which part of you were known by and cover that up.
Cover your face.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way, isn't it?
I remember once the girls made me go to the lift.
Yeah.
And wait for the lift to arrive.
No.
And then, obviously, it was, you were lucky if it opened and no one was there.
Oh, no. I suddenly felt like...
You're really getting into this story.
I suddenly felt I'd been challenged to do it myself.
Yeah.
Joe, you've toured the country, haven't you, with your show? You've stayed in hotels.
Never found a flannel big enough, Rob.
I think it's the logistics of the game that interest me, typically. I want to understand better how the competition worked.
We'd take two at a time, and then the
Yeah.
first one back, knocking on the door, that would be the winner.
It's a knockout. Two become one. It's simple.
Johnny, what do you think? True?
I think it does sound like it all adds up so far.
Shaun, what are you thinking
I've
here?
been consistently wrong tonight, unerringly wrong.
Well, in which case, if you maintain your current strategy, we can use that to win. What do you think, instinctively?
Lie.
Lie. Right, it's true, then. Right.
So, Emma, truth or lie?
Okay. It is true.
Yes, it's true. The Spice Girls really did run round hotels wearing nothing but a flannel. And Miles is first up this evening.
Whilst on holiday in South Africa, I had a 2-minute conversation with what I thought was my wife, only to discover that a small hippo had wandered into the bedroom.
David's team. What do you make of that?
Miles, describe your wife to us.
Tall, slender, statuesque.
So did the hippo have a very similar voice to your wife?
The hippo was just sort of moving gently around. And...
They're known for that.
not in an especially close proximity.
What was the conversation about, and how did you go 2 minutes?
I'll tell you what the conversation was about. It was about me, and I was doing most of the talking, which obviously contributed to my confusion.
Where, in fact, was your wife?
I don't know where she was. She was just not...
Have you ever seen your wife again?
So where were you? I'm guessing that this is a safari scenario, am I right?
It was sort of on the outskirts of Cape Town.
Describe the nature of the structure you were in.
Right.
Is it a building? Is it on the 4th floor of a...
Did the hippo have to get in a lift?
OK, well, it's mainly bungalows. The resort is a collection of sort of bungalow buildings, largely A-frame wooden buildings with a kind of thatched roof.
Why were the doors so big a hippo could get in?
Well, it's a small hippo, isn't it?
How small is a small hippo?
Like a George from Rainbow, or...?
That yay big.
So the hippo was only that big?
Yeah.
It's about the size of a Labrador.
Well, let's be clear. Is that its width or its length?
That is its width, as viewed from behind, and I suspect from the front.
This is worse. Your wife's like the back end of a hippo.
This A-frame bungalow has how many rooms in it?
It's got 2 rooms. At one end, there's a big bathroom, and then there's the rest of it is a very big open-plan bedroom, and it has a sort of seating area in the middle of it, and it has a bed at the far end, a very robust bed, and...
A bed you could make love to a hippo on?
That is speculation, but I wouldn't bet against it.
OK, we're in the bungalow, OK?
I'm in the ensuite end.
Yes.
OK. And I'd been shaving and then, you know, shouting over my shoulder. And I realised after a while, I'm not getting a lot back here. And I turned round and I saw that I had not been moaning about my career to my wife, but to a baby hippo.
How long was this baby hippo?
Well, I only saw it from the back, but I imagine, statistically, it'd be, what, probably 3 times as long as it was wide?
OK. so broadly, so it was a sort of as long as this desk?
Nobody measures
or
animals by width.
Well, you do.
Oh, I saw a massive snake. It was this big.
So what are you going to say? Is he telling the truth?
I think based on the width, it's a lie.
I think that was a panicked reach for width.
On the basis of the panicked reach for width. I think we'll say it's a lie.
You're going to say that's a lie? OK. Miles, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
It is a lie.
Rhod Gilbert, your turn.
I once had a holiday in a Frenchman's garage.
Can I check if this is a euphemism? Seriously, how old were you, roughly? I don't mean go. Oh, 17.
38.
30... Oh, this is quite recently.
When it happened?
Yeah. So you're 38, right?
Yeah.
You're in France. Where was the garage?
France.
Whereabouts in France?
Northern France.
Whereabouts in northern France?
Brittany.
In Brittany. So you ended up in Brittany.
Southern Brittany.
Southern Brittany.
Okay.
And you
the northern end of southern Britain.
Right.
Oh, that's just south of mid-Brittany, isn't it?
Mid-Brittany.
Yeah. What's the name of the town that you were in?
The town where I stayed in the Frenchman's garage
was...
Van.
You're in the van in the garage?
No. The town...
Is this how this mix-up happened? I want a holiday in a van.
Rhod, let me speak to you as another Welshman. Maybe he'll understand me.
Ask me a nice specific question.
Did you book a holiday in a Frenchman's garage?
No, I once had a holiday.
When you arrived in the village or town called Van...
Yeah, Van, yeah.
Did you already know you will be staying in a garage?
No.
Were all the hotels booked?
No. We thought it looked nice in the brochure.
Who did?
Me and my partner.
Partner?
Girlfriend.
Girlfriend?
Now wife.
Blimey, that was a quick 10 seconds.
OK. So you were going to Van.
We went to Van.
Right.
Went to a tourist information place to...
Because you hadn't booked anywhere.
We hadn't booked anywhere.
I'm with you.
Right. What happens at the tourist information place?
They said, what about this place? And we said, that looks nice.
Lovely.
It's a house with a nice
Good.
pool.
Lovely.
Looked nice in the picture.
Yeah.
So we went there.
So you got there. And when you got there...
It was a garage. The house was nice, but we were in the garage.
Was the garage decked out to look like a room, or was it just spanners and...
It looked like a room with a canoe on the side and a fuse box.
Am I old before my time? But
yes.
At 38, you don't go on a crazy, we're not going to book where we're going. At 38, you want to know where you're going. We've got this nice,
I'm with you,
comfy
Hal.
room. You know, if it is true, you totally deserve what happened to you.
I didn't say I didn't enjoy it.
So you liked the sort of... It was a deliberate rough
No, it was
and
a
tumble.
disaster.
How long did you stay for in the garage?
2 weeks.
You stayed for 2 weeks? How much did you pay?
It was very reasonable.
I'm surprised! Did it have any windows in the garage?
No.
And you said there was a swimming pool?
Yeah, they had a swimming pool.
You were allowed to use it?
No.
I can't help thinking that what you're describing is more of a hostage scenario. And what about Mrs. Gilbert? She wasn't Mrs. Gilbert then, but how did she react? Because she's looking at you, Rhod, the tall, strapping, handsome Welshman, what everyone dreams of. And you whisked her there. Was there not a little part of her that died that day when she saw what you expected her to
She wasn't very well, if I remember rightly.
Was it carbon monoxide or exhaust fumes? All right, Lee. It's a complex tale. What do your team think?
Absolute lie.
It's a lie?
Absolutely.
Really? Mm-hmm. Based on just the floundering?
Absolutely everything.
Like what? All right, it did have windows.
What are you thinking, Hal?
It's like he's throwing in things that seem so ridiculous. And
No, but nobody would go and stay in a garage without windows.
But I think
they
he's gonna
wouldn't.
throw
You're
things on
Kelly
the-
Hoppen, though, Kelly. He's Rhod Gilbert. OK, what's it going to be, Lee? Truth or lie?
Lie.
Lie?
Lie.
Lie. I think it's true, but I'll go with my team and say it's a lie.
You're going to say lie. OK, Rhod. Garage holiday in France. Truth or lie?
Garage holiday in the Frenchman's garage in Van. True.
Yes, it was all true. Rhod did once have a holiday in a Frenchman's garage. Kimberly, you're next.
Okay. My ability to do the splits proved invaluable when my car broke down.
Right. Wow. Lee's team.
To establish the facts, can you do the splits?
Yes, I can.
Well, here's an
Could
interesting
you-
thing, because
could
I'll
you-
be the first to say, Kimberly, that you... I mean, I'm taking a risk saying it, but are pregnant.
I am pregnant.
Thank God. We wouldn't ask you to do the splits now, obviously.
If you want to see the splits,
Not
I
whilst you're
can
pregnant.
do them.
You could do the splits now, even though you're pregnant.
Yeah.
What are you, some kind of freak?
Let's hold that
I'm
for a
a
minute. Let's hold that.
dancer.
For now, let's assume she can.
Hang on. The whole nation now wants to see
You're turning down the chance
splits.
to see a pregnant pussycat doll do the splits.
Look,
I can't believe
Can
it.
you? It's not the whole nation. It's roughly half.
That is so untrue.
Okay, ready?
Kimberly, I'm very happy to tell you, it's a boy.
OK, let's assume that she can do the splits.
She can do the splits.
But the
We
card,
thought-
well, the card doesn't say I can do the splits, does it? The card says... What did the card say again?
My ability to do the splits proved invaluable when my car broke down.
OK, so what
happened? Yes.
So I was driving to LA to look for a job as a dancer, and my car started smoking and, like, leaking. So I pulled to the nearest truck stop or...
Petrol station,
petrol
services.
station, thank
Services.
you, yes. And wanted to fix the car myself. So I intended to lift the bonnet.
Good start.
Assess the situation and fix it.
Right.
But the bonnet of the car was really heavy.
Can I not just check? Don't you lot call it the hood?
I do, but I've been living here for 5 years, so my language is starting to shift.
Or get better, as we call it.
My husband says he's fixing me, yes. So the bonnet is really heavy, and the thing that holds the bonnet up is nowhere to be seen.
Oh, dear.
I'm in a pickle. So I look...
Is your leg about to...
So I look for a
you're not going to
stick.
tell her. No way. Is that where this is leading?
I know I want to put oil in my car, and I need 2 hands to do it.
No.
So the shop helped me make, like, a funnel.
No.
And I had the other hand with the oil, but I needed to get the bonnet up. So I used my leg.
No.
What could you get a truck driver?
Fill the oil.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, even better. There was someone helping you with the thing. Why didn't you say, actually, is there any chance you could hold it? And that's when the little Welsh helper said, no, I think it's better that you do it. I think it'd be better if you did it.
So the hood is up, you've got your leg up. What happened then?
Then I was putting oil in my car, in the engine. I heard a couple of guys chuckling.
While doing the splits?
While doing the
Why
split.
didn't you ask the guys to help you?
Well, you know what, Lee? That's exactly what happened. I turned around and I said, do you want to help me?
And
they
these
both...
2 chuckling guys, they weren't the Chuckle Brothers, were they?
They may have been.
All
They
right.
crossed their arms and said, mm-mm,
No.
and continued to laugh.
So is there not a world in which you can put everything on the floor, lift the hood up with one hand, take the lid off, get the funnel, put the funnel
Hang on,
in...
where are you putting the chicken and the fox?
I suppose you're reaching down a bit, but I suppose it's tricky. But it would definitely be... It would be tricky, but it would be higher up the list than I'll use my foot.
So what do you think? Is it the truth?
Well, I'm torn here, because I wouldn't give it a moment's thought. This is definitely a lie. But she can do it. She can stick her leg in the air quite high.
It's a lie, she can do it, but she didn't need to do it. She wouldn't have done it.
What I can't believe is that if 2 old gits won't come and help you, of all people, to do your car, then America is finished. So I kind of don't believe it, really. I can't believe that 2 people wouldn't
Because
help.
this has turned the British
If it
public.
was me...
Up until now, we were quite positive about your country.
Yeah, the special relationship ends
It
here.
ends now.
So, Lee, what's it going to be?
So you're both saying a lie. I'll go with my team and say it's got to be a lie.
It's a lie. Kimberly, truth or lie?
It is... true.
No way!
Sheila, you're first up tonight.
Oh. I keep a spare front door key on my cat's collar. If I ever get locked out, I simply call my cat and he comes to my rescue.
Please, T.
Wow.
What's the name of your cat, Sheila?
Stanley.
Could you do the call? How do you call Stanley?
What's it chicken? Surely that's how he calls you.
Stanley's... I was confusing because when he wanted to come in, I didn't have a cat flap, and I would do the intercom and say, "Are you there, Stanley?" And he'd go, "Meow."
So you haven't got a cat flap?
I haven't got a cat flap, no.
You haven't got a cat flap, and the spare key is round his neck.
Yeah.
What happens if you come and he's in the house?
He doesn't have them on when he's in the house.
Oh, he takes them off, does he, when he comes in?
I take them
Does he take it off and hide it under the brick for you?
I take them off when it's in the house, because it jingles.
So do you put him out every time you leave the house?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Are you not worried about burglars? Like, seeing the key around your cat's neck and then using him like a key ring and just...
No, because
This key's not working!
No, it's in a metal case. It looks almost like a whistle or something.
Oh, I
And you
see.
just pull it out, and then inside there's a
Does
key.
he also wear one of those medallions with his address on it?
No, he's got a chip. He's got a chip inside him.
He doesn't need anyone to bring him home with his address, because he can just come and go as he pleases with the key.
When was the last time you had to use this method?
About a fortnight ago.
What happened?
I'd forgot my key. I
What
left
time
it
of
inside. It was late at night, and I'd just come back from the theatre. It was about 11 o'clock.
Oh, what had you seen? Don't say cats. What was it?
I'd seen Jess Butterworth's new play.
Can I just ask why you don't mortise lock your door?
Modest?
Mortise.
Let me say
in my defence,
my friend is saying, Mary, you're a meister lock the door. You're trying to cheer him like a die idea. Don't bring your cats down.
I don't know what a mortise lock is.
Well, you know the big lock. You unlock the big lock and then you unlock your Yale.
No, he wouldn't be able to have a big key round his neck.
You obviously aren't that security conscious if you've only got a Yale lock
I've
at
only
all
got
times.
a Yale lock.
I think
At all
if
times.
Sheila was that security conscious, she wouldn't tie her key to her cat.
So 2 weeks ago, you went to the theatre and you got back at sort of 10:30 at night, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
What time did you get back from the theatre usually? About 11?
About 11,
Just making a note of this, I'm going to rob you.
All right, what are you going to say?
Lie.
You think it's a lie?
Lie. I'm going with lie.
I think she's too sensible to do this, Sheila.
OK.
Yeah.
You're saying it's a lie. Sheila, truth or lie?
Well, it is a lie.
And Alex, you're first tonight.
Oh, OK. I once got the giggles on the one show when I accidentally destroyed a priceless historical artefact.
Please do.
What was the priceless historical artefact?
It was a letter.
Which letter? There's 26 to choose from.
A written letter.
So who was the letter to and from?
To some soldiers from King George.
How did you destroy it?
So I was going through a little phase.
Was it that phase?
It was that phase, but it wasn't that phase.
Right.
It was a phase where I was drinking green tea. So I had a pint of green tea.
A pint?
A pint.
Proper old school Welsh. Doesn't matter what it is, it has to be in a pint.
Where were you hiding it on the set?
It was rehearsal.
Yeah, but...
So no need to hide.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I've seen the one show, and you rehearsed that.
I ate it. So basically, the pint of green tea spilt all over the letter, and because obviously letters back in the day were written by, you know, quills and ink, the green tea fell on the letter and all the writing fell off.
And
fell off?
The writing fell off.
Well, it slipped off.
Well, it didn't slip off. It didn't slip off.
Well, it did.
So what happened then?
So the people from the museum who'd brought in the artefacts, the glove wearers, they start basically crying because
They cried?
Yeah, because it's a priceless letter. They were getting angry, and the more angry they got, the funnier I thought it was.
You laughed?
Well, I've got that thing, you know, when things happen, I mean, I find it really funny. You know, when you're not supposed to laugh? I think there's a name for it. It's called something.
Yes, insensitivity. All right. What do we think?
I think it's an out-and-out lie, and I don't think you'd laugh. And if letters fell off a page, I think you were just fantasising over Harry Potter.
Anna, what about you?
I'm going to say it's a lie.
I think it's true, because I think she screams incompetence. I'll go with my team and say it's a lie.
OK, so, Alex, they've said it's a lie. Was it the truth or was it a lie?
It's in fact true.
Nick, you're up next.
OK, here we go. I once called a friend in New York and asked her to call the police in London because I thought there was a burglar at my house in London.
Lee?
Where were you when you made the call?
In the house.
Why didn't you phone...
The police?
Yes.
Because I'd been messaging my friend. I felt like she'd gone, so I called her, and as I was on the phone to her, I thought there was someone breaking into the house. So I was like, you should phone the police.
What did you hear exactly?
I just heard, like, irregular noises from downstairs.
Irregular
Footsteps,
noises?
Doors closing, so I was like, well, who's that?
And were you living on your own at the time?
I did have a housemate.
And did you not think it might be that person?
No.
Why?
Because at the time, I was doing a nighttime radio show. So I would get home late, and she'd always, like, be quiet when you get in at 1 o'clock in the morning, because I'm asleep.
Ah, so you assumed her to be asleep?
Yeah.
Why don't you put the phone down and phone the police?
Because I didn't want to speak in case the burglar...
But you are speaking, you're telling her to phone the police.
Well, I was like, I need to go. I think there's someone here. Call the police. So that's why I had to get off the phone and not use the phone.
Well, look, Nick. Let's reenact it.
OK.
I'm going to be your friend.
OK.
In New York. She's an American.
She is.
Thank God. I thought you were going to say, by coincidence, she sounds like Ronnie Corbett.
Yeah, no. She's a very sassy Jewish lady.
All right. Yeah. Now, Nick, how are things going over there? Did you say she didn't sound like Ronnie Corbett?
No, she's the opposite to Ronnie Corbett.
Oh, she's like New York Jewish kind of person like that.
Pretty spot on.
OMG! So listen. You finished your radio show. How did it go?
I love your impressions, you know that. But you're texting, we don't need the voice.
Oh, he wants me to call him. Sure, I will.
Hi, Amy. How's America?
Oh, I love it. There's so many Americans here. Hey, what's that noise in the
what is that
background?
noise?
I heard something.
I can hear something downstairs.
Oh, you were having trouble with your stomach again?
No, like downstairs. It's something like downstairs in the house downstairs. I'll pretend to be asleep. You call the police.
What, the NYPD?
No. My police.
All right, I'll call.
OK.
Love you.
So I put the phone down, and then I just go like this. And then fear for my life.
Well, hold on, because it's all happening stateside. Well, I mean, we can go on like this all night.
So then what happened? So go on, talk us through the rest of the story.
So then she makes the call.
Yeah.
So that's like, call the police, because there's not the 999 number, there's like the police round the corner, you know, the local police.
She went and logged on and looked for your local police station.
Yeah.
Why didn't
you
you
don't
phone...
have to log on.
Why didn't you phone 999? Listen, Sunbeam, you do on my Atari.
So she called the police.
Yeah.
And then it turned out that it wasn't an intruder at all.
How did you find that out?
I found that out when my flatmate burst in.
What's she bursting into your room for at night?
Because she had been on the wine. So the bang, bang, bang noises were her, like, looking for wine or something, I don't know.
And you said what?
I said, oh, my God.
Hypocrite.
I said I thought I was going to be killed by the intruder. The police are coming. So then we were like, well, we need to call the police now.
So you phoned me back in New York. Go on.
No, I didn't phone you.
You want me to cancel that? Get on your way, honey.
I just went direct.
So when you want me, I'm right here waiting. But when you don't want me, you just drop me. Well, screw you, Grimshaw.
I'm not surprised Amy doesn't have any friends where she lives.
What are you thinking, Lee?
What do we think, Rob?
I believe it. I
You believe it?
I believe this man. I've been taken for a ride. I like it.
You're starting to sound more and more like Amy every day.
So what are you thinking, Claire?
I believe it.
Well, I think it must be true, then.
True, OK. Nick, truth or lie?
It is true.
Sarah, you're next.
I once spent over an hour trapped in a bin.
David's team.
Why did you get in the bin?
Because I put something in and I needed to get it back.
You'd mistakenly thrown something away?
Yes.
So where was this bin?
It was outside my house. Like a big recycling bin.
Oh, was it a bottle bank, Sarah? Did you climb back in? There was some in that. There was some in
There's
that.
a little bit left in there.
So what had you thrown out by accident?
Some important paperwork. There'd been a pile of recycling and the important, tax stuff had got mixed in with it.
Right.
And so I said to my friend, where's the tax stuff?
Why would your friend know?
Because he was helping me.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
You've been out to put the recycling in the bin.
Yeah.
You come back in.
Gone back.
Oh, my God, the vital documents aren't there.
Quick, get back to the bin.
Back out to the bin.
It's got a slot. Surely I can get in there, can't I?
Yeah.
So you go in,
go in.
What happens?
Well, I tried to get back out, and my head and my top half got through, but then your hips are the widest part of your body, and I couldn't get those through. So I thought, what if I take off my dungarees and I just had, like, pants and a sports bra on?
One sad, lonely man in the audience there. Oh, yes! Great! Finally! What a light you get sexy!
Oh, you'll love what's coming up next, sir. So... my friend went back and got some body lotion, and so I could loop myself up. So I was more slippy to get... and then he pulled me out, and I took some skin off my hips, but I got out.
Oh, no. All right. What are you thinking?
There is something about it that does seem true. It does also seem like something that might happen in a, I don't know, a sort of slapstick sitcom.
You don't...
I think it's a lie.
I think it's a lie.
I think we think it's a lie.
You're going to say it's a lie?
Yeah.
OK. Sarah, truth or lie?
It's true.
Yeah! Henning, you're next.
I was once arrested by border guards for illegally entering another country.
David's team, what do you think?
Which country?
It was in the mid-90s.
That's not a country.
No. And it was in Eastern Europe, so they changed names very quickly. So I'm not sure. It was either Czech Republic or Czechoslovakia. I don't know which...
You know what stage of its
exactly.
dissolution it was at?
Mm.
Yeah. And what was the problem?
I didn't have my passport.
Right.
Where had you left your passport?
At home.
Who were you with, by the way? Were you on your own, or
No,
was
I was with a friend from back home, Pete.
Friend from the pit?
No, with a person called Pete.
Is that his real name? Or is that a nickname?
Pete.
Oh, Pete?
No, P-I-T.
Oh, Pete.
Oh, is that his Pete?
He's called Pete.
Like Brad Pitt, but
Yeah.
Pitt is his first name.
Otherwise, I would say Pete.
Yeah.
We were travelling on something that was called Schönes Wochenend-Ticket. And
that's German for National Express.
No. Now, what it is German for, you can use any train you like as long as it's a slow train.
We have that system with all of our trains. OK, so you get off the train at the border.
You do.
Is it at that moment you realise you don't have your passport?
Yes. So we wanted to go into Czechoslovakia. So I didn't have my passport. So the obvious thing to do is don't go across where the border guards are, but go a mile off into the fields and cross there. If then someone wants to see your passport, you say, oh, I must have lost it.
Roughly how far into Czechoslovakia, in whatever form it was, were you?
I was about, give or take, a mile. I see in the distance, I see like two lights, two white lights. They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then I realise it's a Jeep. And then they're driving towards us.
I'm quite gripped by this story.
The Jeep then just stopped, and then there is 4 people jumping out with automatic rifles and dogs.
Automatic dogs?
What sort of dogs were they?
I didn't ask for their names. But...
Neither did Alex.
They were terrifying dogs, probably Alsatians or something.
What happened? They're all around you. So
well,
what
they
did
all
they say?
jump out with their rifles, don't they? And then saying, or whatever their language is. So, and then we had to gain the Jeep, and when we were driving off into Czechoslovakia, and then we ended up in some woods. One of them jumps out, opens the gate, and I didn't even see what was there. Then there is some little wooden hut. And was someone in there that spoke German. We got on well with that fella, and our excuse was, they would say, we had no idea that we crossed the border.
Yeah.
So, and then, well, they didn't fully buy it, but they knew there was little point executing us.
What happens then?
And now the funny story begins. They said, you'll have to pay a penalty.
Oh, the Germans and penalties.
That
Not
penalty...
Never again, please.
Then the Czechs drove us back to the German border, handed us over to the German border guards, and then they congratulated us on being the first illegal immigrants from Germany into Czechoslovakia.
Well, there we are. David, what are you and your team thinking?
It's the travel card thing. It just seems right.
No, I think on an emotional level, having spent so long hearing that story, we need it to be true. Yeah. We need something.
We need it to be true
Yeah.
because a lot of our life went into that.
So
yes,
you're going to
on
say
that
true?
emotional level, I think we have to say true.
You're saying it's true. Henning, truth or lie?
Well, that story is actually true.
Yes, that was true. Henning did get arrested for illegally entering another country.